saw me crying when you need someone to confide in.
Welcome, guys. Today's our first podcast of the day. I'm right here with Vaughn. He'll get more into who he is, but this is the episode where we get to introduce entrepreneurship, kind of show what they do, how they do it. In this episode, we're going to talk about how Vaughn is selling his t-shirts, how that started, and yeah, I mean, Vaughn, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Vaughn. I'm from Anchorage, Alaska. Yeah, I'm out here in Kansas somehow. Who knows the answer to that? But yeah, I started selling shirts probably about like 2-3 years ago, and here at Bethany, I started in the dorm room, and yeah, just kind of been growing from there.
And so for you guys that don't know, I met Vaughn. I mean, even how I heard about you like selling clothes was when there was a Valentine's thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, we had classes together. This is kind of our first time. Well, not our first time. We did this before, but we fucked it up. But we known each other throughout the years here at the college, and we just kind of seen each other around, but we never really started talking until, I mean, now, since the podcast. And, I mean, we have marketing class together.
Yeah.
But besides that, I mean, the first time I heard of Vaughn stuff was during Valentine's when you were selling, what was it called? Like, what was it?
Heartbreaker University. Yeah, had hoodies and shirts. And that's low-key the first thing I ever sold because I just wanted to try something. I was like, let me just put this down on something and try to sell it. So, yeah.
And so you starting your journey, you know, kind of getting back into, like, the roots of it, right? Of, like, how did you end up here?
At Bethany, or I ended up here at Bethany because I used to play basketball for the school, and so I got offered here. And so the first 2 years I was playing basketball, and then that third year I was like, third year I found a passion for like making clothes, and so that third year I decided to focus just on making clothes, and that's kind of how I got here.
So you're not playing no more, right?
No, I stopped.
Do you miss it?
Sometimes I miss it. But then I just go play basketball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And that's like, it's one of those things where like I can just go do it. So if I just want to go play basketball, I just go find some people and go play basketball, you know?
Yeah.
And get the itch out real quick and then
just chill out later. Because more for the fun than it is competition right now.
Yeah, especially now. Like I feel like for me personally, once I realized I was not going to the league, I was like, I could just do this for fun. Like I don't need to.
That's what I'm. Yeah, I think that's an athlete thing. That once you know you're done, you're done.
Yeah.
Might as well just go have fun with that at that point.
But like, I think now it's like just making sure I go work out, you know?
Bro, maintaining the shape. Like, maintaining
I don't want to get out of shape. Cause I know how hard it is to get back in shape, so I'm trying to stay like a
consistently. Yeah. Bro, that's one thing I've been struggling with too. Since I stopped playing, it's hard to go to the gym now.
But it's hard to want to go to the gym.
Oh my god, bro. Why? Like, because at this point it's like, why? Because before it's like I'm trying to go pro.
Right.
Makes
I gotta be in shape to run all day.
Yeah.
Now it's like I don't run all day. I don't.
I walk to class. Yeah, I walk back.
I sometimes don't even walk to class.
Bro,
I don't go. Like,
bro, I do, especially for marketing. I can't. I can't. God, I can't go. But anyway, sorry, not to talk about that.
Nah, Andy Martin watching this, bro. I ain't incriminating myself.
What? Oh my days! For those that I don't know either, we got a mass email about the smart book thing.
Yeah. Somebody been cheating. I don't know, but somebody been cheating, and now she's cracking down on everybody.
Yeah, that's not right. You know, that's not right. You shouldn't be doing. Sorry, I didn't mean to get off track. But you know, going back to your origins and stuff like that, how kind of tell me a little bit about more about your background, right? Like, how did you grow up? You know, kind of an environment you're in, and kind of just how you feel about being here now, starting that.
So back home in Alaska, you know, I grew up with with all my family kind of in the house. It's like doing family stuff, and I didn't start playing sports until my freshman year.
Okay.
I didn't play any sports. I was a book reader. I used to, man, I'd mess a book up, bro, front to cover. I mean, back, yeah, you get what I'm saying, cover to back, yeah. But yeah, no, and then I got into sports because I had friends that like started doing sports, and I was like, oh, let me try, and then I started liking basketball, and then from there, I think like basketball became like a big part of my life. That's all I used to do. I just work out and play basketball like, all the time. And then I didn't even think about anything. I didn't even think about getting a job. I was like, bro, I'm just gonna try to go overseas or something like that, you know. And then finally got the offer from Bethany to come out here, and I was like, it was like late too. It was like July. School starts in August, right? Yeah, school started in August. So I didn't even take a visit. I just showed up on the day, and I was like, well, I'm here.
Really?
Yeah, I was here. Yeah, just in the trenches, bro. Like literally, I was in Anamarm, which if y'all don't know, at the time that was the worst dorm you could be in because they closed Warner. So that Anamarm was the worst dorm you could be in. And yeah, I was there. It was bad. I don't recommend anybody to ever move back into there. But yeah, and so but then from there, I just kind of like I actually kind of like it out here. I started to like it out here the first year because like all the you get there with all your freshman friends and stuff like that. You meet a lot of new people and like the school is small, but that make it kind of fun because like everybody know everybody. You can like go everywhere. Everything's like walkable. Y'all just be doing dumb stuff together. So like that part was super cool. Especially like your first time out the house, like as a freshman's the first time you don't gotta. This first time you don't gotta check in with your parents, like you know what I'm saying. Like
have that freedom, not have to worry about it.
It's 11 o'clock at night and you still outside. Like that was like fire. I was fire. I was like, so that was like my first experience here, and I like liked it. I think as the years have gone on, I'm definitely ready to grow outside of Kansas, outside of Lynchburg at least. Yeah, because it's a small town. So yeah, I feel like I've seen everything 10 times. So
yeah, especially from being like because it's a small town, it's what you think of it at the end of the day, right? It's not that much people, not that much really things to do as far as our generation. Right. Really, as far as not everything being open as late as we were used to.
What? I'm driving to Ponce just for something to eat. That's the that's 24/7 Mexican joint up in Salina.
Yeah, it's literally 24/7. Everybody goes there every weekend. Almost every week now. Monday to Sunday,
day, bro. If you go there past 11 o'clock, the line is to the end of the parking lot, bro. I don't get it.
It's so bad, bro. It's so bad.
It's not even that good food.
That's what I'm saying.
To be honest, it's not even that good, bro.
You're down bad when you start eating all there heavy, bro. You're down bad when you start eating all there heavy. Yeah, I think, like I said, as far as a freshman point of view, it's like that's kind of what you want. Yeah. To know people instead of going to big schools, which is like there's plus and minus to everything, right? Go to big school, you're like the opposite, where it's like you do have things to do, but you don't know that much people. You do have more options, but not to be with a lot. So it's hard to make connections to big schools compared to small schools. So I think that's like a big plus as far as coming to Bethany College is that.
No, for sure.
And just any small schools in general. So more into, kind of getting more into your inspiration of it. Yeah. Where did you get the idea to first start making shirts? Like why design it? Why?
Got you. So that started not freshman year. Sophomore year in human anatomy and physiology. And I was in class one day and I had my homeboy Colin, shout out Colin. He was next to me. He was designing clothes on this website called G.K.T.O.T.W, and I was like, "Bro, what are you doing?" Like, I was like, "Cause like, bro, I'm not listening at this point. Like, I'm not taking notes at this point. Yeah. She posted notes online. I'm gonna read them later. Okay. So I'm looking at, "Bro, what are you doing? That look cool." And so he put me on. So now I'm just in class, like designing logos and stuff like that. And I just kind of like, it was fun. It was fun. They were trash. They were actually awful, but at the time, like that's not the time you're doing it. Like, oh, this is hard.
Yeah. At the moment, you're like, oh, this is pretty fire. I would wear it.
So then I was talking to him, and he used to make shirts back home, so he was kind of just like, telling me a way to do it, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool. So I just like started messing around with it and kind of started to like it, and that's how I got into designing clothes. Selling clothes that started because one day I was trying to buy some. I was on Go, and I was trying to buy some stuff, and I was like, bro, there's no way this costs $500. And so I was like, bro, why would I buy other people's clothes when I like literally found a way to make my own clothes?
Yeah, so especially you love what you wear and your style and all that.
And I was like, bro, I know there's more people out there who don't want to spend $500 on one thing. So I was kind of like, let me do this for myself and also be able to like help other kids that like don't have the funds to freaking buy Chrome Heart. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, especially on Go, like everything. Like everything is just so Go is kind of like a whole fashion.
Fact, and it's because it's resellers, so like they trying to get their money back. So I understand why it be so expensive, but
just the whole point of it's like damn. Like,
right.
So as far you making your first design and your first shirt, is that what just make you go like, okay, I gotta keep going. I gotta go.
Yeah. Because like, and it was like when I first started, not even first started. I can't say like when I first started making designs, I had so much like. You just want to get better because you realize how trash it is. like as in as you make a design and you'll print it and you're like and it looks so fire in your head. But then like the next week come by, you're like, oh wow, like that really wasn't that good. So then you keep doing stuff and you keep like trying to get better and better. And so I kind of just got addicted to like trying to make better stuff. And so it's kind of just how I just kept making more stuff.
And so, what did you start with, right? Like, what were the things that you had bought, you invested in that made you start selling, made you start printing it on clothes?
So my journey was like actually like really fortunate for the fact that I had a lot of people in my like my family, friends and stuff like that, and family that had like already been like kind of doing stuff like that. So like boom, I started out with a Cricut, which Cricut, if y'all don't know, is like use vinyl, and vinyl is kind of like step one beginner entry way to make clothes, make shirts and stuff like that. Cause like like basically you feed the vinyl into the Cricut, it cuts out the shape you want, and then you can like heat press apply it onto the clothes.
Okay.
So I got lucky. I had a family friend that had a Cricut and they didn't use it anymore, so they gave it to me. So I got that for free.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And so then I said, and they had a whole bunch of like vinyl rolls already, so I got that. I got to test it out for free. So the only thing I ended up buying, I think, was a heat press. And
okay.
I only bought the heat press for the first, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I still have that heat press to this day. But yeah, so I ended up having to buy the heat press. And so yeah, I was in my garage setting it up and like learn how to do it. I remember I burnt the mess out the first shirt I ever tried to do because I left it pressed down too long and it started smoking. I was like, okay, cool. So now I know.
Now you know. Yeah.
Fire hazard.
So everything so far then was just full experience. Like you didn't take a class. You didn't.
There was like I'll watch a YouTube video and like at the time I've learned to get better at patience and like taking my time. But at the beginning when you're just so excited to try something, I put a YouTube video, I might watch like half of it and I'm like, oh, I get it. And then I just start
going at it.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory.
Okay.
But yeah. I was no classes, nothing. Just off the strength of me just wanted to try it.
And were you scared? Like at first, were you kind of like a little bit not hesitant, but more like, is this a good idea?
More like I didn't know how good I was gonna be at it. So I guess you could say scared like that. Like your first time you do it, you're like, man, this is gonna be a lot more difficult than I thought it was gonna be. A lot more moving parts than I thought it was gonna be. Like I thought I was gonna be able to just like throw something on the computer, print it off or whatever, and then just boom, I was gonna blow up. And no, I was like, okay, it's gonna be a progress.
And like you said, you learned a lot more about patience.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Because I remember, especially it's harder too when you tell family and friends that you're doing stuff because they so excited to see you like do it. That they want you like, oh, but when you doing it?
Yeah, they're waiting for it to go.
They're like rushing you. So I'm like, oh, but I'm gonna drop this, and I would like rush myself to like try to put stuff out that I knew wasn't that
gonna
good.
be fight.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna be that good. It's gonna be one of the things where, like it probably didn't make it out the family group chat. Like everyone in the family got it, but like that's probably about it.
Bro, that's how I felt the same way about this. Like the whole podcast of it's like people want it, but it's just like. Next week. It's like,
right. And then they think that you're the one being lazy. I'm like, no, you understand. Like, there's so much that goes into this that like I'm just taking my time. I'm not being lazy. I'm just taking my time.
And the fact that we're doing this again.
Facts.
What? Dude, it was such a because the first time when we did this podcast, it was fine. We thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Go back to the video, it's not fine. It did not look right. Did not look straight. So. I think, like you said, I think it does take a moment for you to keep going, but also a huge thing is patience.
Yeah.
Able to keep it or make it the way you want it. The first tries ain't going to be good, whatever, but at least you keep going to make you go in it.
Facts.
So saying that, what were some challenges that you had faced starting your business?
Okay, we can start from the beginning. Like when I first started, it was trying to figure out what kind of like designs I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Because like, so when you have the big graphic tee style, but then you also just have simple typography or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just be like simple like words and stuff like that. So I was like, man, maybe I could do that, or maybe I want to do big design. So like, trying to figure that out was one challenge I had because one I think is a little bit harder. Well, they're both really hard because you have to learn like what type of fonts look good and what type of stuff like that. It's a lot of exploring and just finding stuff out. Second was finding out how I wanted to produce stuff in the long run. Like the heat press was really cool. Heat press was really cool for one to like see a vision immediately. Like if I had an idea, I can go in my garage and like get it done like right there and there. You know what I mean? Or even within like 3 days. Because like when I start doing transfers, I have it sent in, but like 3 days I can see my design. Versus getting a manufacturer and have them do it. So I was like, that was another challenge I had, just figuring out how I wanted to produce stuff. And then the third challenge I think was also just figuring out like who I was even trying to like market to. You know what I mean? Like
finding the people you want to sell to.
And like the type of stuff. Another thing I also learned through this is you have to like also explore your own taste as well as trying to grow your brand. Like as in like if you're making a clothing brand, obviously we're focused on your clothes, but don't forget to also like indulge in new like if there's new style coming out, you probably should try to like get it just to like see if you like the style, because that might be the next thing you want to do for your brand. Like but if you never go and experience new things or try new things, or I don't think you ever grow
as your like company, as your person, as you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially like again, like creative stuff like this is all comes from our head space and where we're at. So like I feel like if you don't take a chance to ever grow yourself, I don't think the stuff you're doing will ever like move. You know?
Yeah, or it would be worth it. I don't even know if it's gonna work out. And I think that's a huge thing about being open minded. Yeah. Right? Like you said, I think that's a huge part of you wanting to get better, wanting to see is it gonna work, wanting to see if it's gonna be this or that. So that definitely does make sense, and I do understand that part for sure. And I just can't imagine how much times you replayed in your head of like, you know, who's gonna buy the first shirt, like who's gonna, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So as you reach your target market, or as you sell your first like shirt or first clothing, like who was the first one to buy it from you?
Man, the first one to buy from me is my boy Austin. Shout out my boy Austin. He was been telling me he was gonna be my first customer forever. I promise you. So when I dropped Heartbreaker stuff, he was the first person to order. He was like, bro, let me know when to drop. And as soon as I put it out, as soon as I made the post, he was the first one to buy.
Really?
Yeah. He's dog for that. I love my boy Austin. Yeah,
bro, that's sick. How does that make you feel?
Fire, cause like it felt great because I just knew I had support. You know what I mean? I knew I had support, and like my mom was always like posting my stuff on Facebook, like to her friends, stuff like that. So a lot of her friends came in over and bought like knowing you have support is probably like helps you so much in this, especially in this space. Like if you know there's a certain amount of people that you actually care about their opinion and like you know they're always gonna be there, it's like okay, cool, I can do it.
Especially to be real with you.
Yeah, especially if it's trash. Think about, hey, bro, I don't know if you
don't even do that.
That's a great point because I think there is like a thing to say about certain people who just don't ever criticize you.
Yeah.
So they'll let you do whatever.
They'll always be like, oh yeah. Right. Oh, hell no, don't do that.
Right.
Oh, hell no, don't do that.
Right.
Bro, I think those are the things that I appreciate those comments for sure. Because of course we'll get the it's a good job. It's not. We'll get that from posting something.
Right.
But hearing that, I mean, it kind of hurts. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll also say that too. You asked me about. I'm gonna go back to you. Asked me about challenges. Yeah. Learning how to take criticism well, and like look at it because like certain people have a good ability to criticize you and not like be harsh. Some people don't. Like some people you're friends with are just like very like flat out just tell you like it's trash. But like I had to learn how to look at it from an outside perspective and be like, okay, is it trash or like or is he just hating?
Is he just being kind of a hater? Or is that was actually being valid?
But it's like but I learned that I actually do have to like take the time to acknowledge it, not just ignore it because they might be telling you like the truth. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah,
especially the way you say it might make you think is it like you said is it the truth is it not? Right. The way you say it, especially how like our friends kind of say things now compared to how it was back then. Because criticism now is kind of like, oh, like it sucks. Yeah, like, don't do it. When it's like, okay, like I get what you're trying to say, but
right.
So that's
because especially like I think like because this is a podcast and something you created. When something you create, it's kind of like your baby, like Like, you ain't gonna talk bad about my kid like that.
That's you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. It's like,
dang,
damn.
He
it's
really
like,
might be trash, though.
Like, he's trying, you know what I mean? My baby's trying. Let it grow.
Yeah, right.
That's funny. That is true. Because every time, especially with my girlfriend, when she tells me, like, oh, like, why? Yeah. Not like why you're doing it, but kind of like what do you hope to get out of it?
Right.
And I think that's kind of just my question to you. It's like, what do you want to get out of this? Like, out of your, as far as you being an entrepreneur, selling your stuff to that target market, why? Like, what is your goal to sell? Like, why do you do what you do?
Okay. I honestly just do it because I enjoy it. Like, I enjoy the process of having an idea in my head and, like, being able to put it down on something physical and then, like, I enjoy that people enjoy that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like when I show my homeboys like new designs and like, oh bro, that looks so cool.
Big.
That's like one of my best feelings. I just love seeing people with my shirts. Like I remember I had the shirt I brought today actually. My homeboy wore it for my birthday and we went to the bars and stuff like that. And like bro, people were coming up to him like it's like, hey bro, is that yours, bro? Bro, I can get you on some. I can get down on some celebrities, all that type of stuff, and like whether or not that was whether or not they were being real, I think it was just so cool to see that people like liked my stuff that much that they were gonna come up to him and like ask him about it. Yeah.
Especially noticing it's like a key thing too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I'm like, I was like, that was super cool. Like obviously at the end of the day, the money is awesome. Like, whatever money I end up making at some point, whatever that'd be cool. But I just enjoy it right now. Mm-hmm. So that's why I want to stay low key, just where I enjoy it.
Yeah, like nothing too crazy. If it goes crazy, then you're gonna enjoy it more.
Even I just don't want it to become a job. I don't want it to feel like a job. I feel like once it feels like a job, I'm not gonna want to do it no more.
Well, that's the one thing I told like a lot of my friends, and especially that I mean, of course, no one dreams about working in certain fast food places their whole lives or whatever it may be, but that's just a job. Like, it's only temporary.
Right.
But this stuff that we're doing is kind of like, it's not only a hobby, but it could be a career. It could be, you know, this and that. So I think, that's the best. Worst thing you can get when you do something is making it feel like it's a job.
Yeah, especially since we put so much time into this. Like, I think it's easy to get burnt out because, like, I bet you know, editing. You probably sit at the computer for like 3, 4 or 5 hours sometimes, just like editing the clip, like just to get it how you want it. You know, so
And don't mean to like switch roads, but my next question to you is kind of more of like, I know you mentioned more about your target market, right? About like kind of reaching out to those. So what or who exactly are your target market?
Man, my target market is that kids who wanna get like fly and put on fashion stuff and explore their fashion and stuff like that, but don't necessarily have don't have the $500 I was talking about, you know. So I want to make sure I'm always in that price range of something like some kid can afford. Like, if you got a job, I want to make sure that you're able to like buy my stuff, but you're not broke after. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm just kind of looking for kids who want to like explore their fashion, especially in our age range, like between like 15 to 26. You know? Yeah. So that's kind of where my target market was at. I kind of just like realized that through, like, I don't want to say research, I guess, but just like looking at like what people were buying, stuff that I liked. Yeah. Like what kind of kids and people were buying stuff that I liked, and so I was like, okay, cool. I think like that same kind of market, you know. And then I think now it's like finding my niche and like what exactly I can exploit in that market. Okay. Like what exactly I pinpoint. I think I'm still trying to figure that out. But yeah, I think I know where I'm aiming at though. And so, I mean, because I've seen your clothes before for sure. So your style of clothing that you're selling is kind of street style. Yeah, definitely. Right? Definitely. Yeah. Streetwear. If you enjoy streetwear, I think you'll love my brand, honestly. Yeah. Because I think for that age group, that's mostly what people like nowadays, too. The straight streetwear. Even, I mean, we talked about it before, too. Like, even that company essentials. Facts. Right? So basic, but it's so expensive. Bro, yes. They had a deal. They had a deal at PAX, and I was going to go. Yeah. Bro, that's what I remember I was telling Jared the other day. I was like, dude, like, look at the sales on Walmart. Yeah. Bro, it's going down, bro. I went to Walmart to go look at the sales, bro. I'm so down bad. I went. Oh, sorry. I even told that. I took Edmund, and I told Edmund, dude, we got to go to Walmart and need detergent. Yeah. He goes, why not go to Dollar General? I was like, dude, trust me. As soon as I got there, I was looking at all the deals, bro. Like the air fryers, coffee makers, dude. I was going down on that. Black Friday coming up too. You gotta go back. Bro, Amazon deals. I'm ready for them, bro. So what? My next question to you is how do you promote? Man, so I think that in today's society, it's all on social media. I try to go through all social media stuff, like Instagram, TikTok. That's actually what I've been doing the last like week, bro. Is just like I'm making a stockpile of TikTok, so that way I always like have something to post type thing. So yeah, Instagram, TikTok. I'm trying to get on Facebook, and I just like it because like again, like our generation, it's like so easy for us to do stuff ourselves. Yeah, and like at low cost. You know what I'm saying? Versus like back in the day, bro, you was like trying to get on Billboard, you trying to get on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you have to pay for all that stuff. Like now, I could just make an Instagram account for free. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I could post whatever I want. Yeah, to whoever you want to whoever you want. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, a lot of social media promotions. I think that's the best way to go, especially like again, small brand just starting out. Yeah. And then even then on that side of it, because I'll get into that later. I don't want to throw up courses on. Yeah. On a financial part of it, right? And like you said, the only thing you really bought, or it sounds like the big expense, was the heat press. Yeah. How much was that about around? $200. $200? Yeah, $200. Okay. $200, and I got mine through Amazon. Now, granted, if you want to get like the top brands of heat press, the price goes up, and especially depending on the size that you want. Oh yeah, because I remember you talked to me about it before. It's like if you want something small like mine's on the chest, nothing crazy. That's what I was telling you. Like literally, if you only plan to do small designs like what's on the chest, you don't even have to get a heat press if you don't want. You probably could really do it with the iron if you really wanted to. You just need some hot. You know what I'm saying? But like like if you're doing big designs, I would say just get a bigger heat press, and that can make it go up to like $400, $500. I have seen some get up to $1,000, but again, that's like top of the line stuff. You know? Yeah. So that's like up there. Yeah. Like, okay. So what are some things that, for those that are listening, for those that kind of want to get into that shirt business, right? Kind of get into that designing stuff. What are some things that they need, right? Heat press. Definitely need a heat press, and design software, like whatever you're going to use. Like I like K.T.O.W because I'm not the best at Illustrator. I've been trying to learn Illustrator, but if you have Illustrator, that's great too. But also, I think it's important to know like what your strengths are.
Okay.
Because I've met some people who have brands and they don't design anything, but they're really good at selling. They're really good at marketing and they love clothes. So like, there's different ways you can get into it. Like you could use stuff like Fiverr, and Fiverr is where you can like outsource like designers and stuff like that. So if you even have an idea, you can just go in there and they'll make it for you. If you can design, you know what I'm saying? So like stuff like that. I think there's just so many different ways to do this. Like, you know what I mean? So like I was telling you earlier, like if you don't want to produce your own clothes, you can link up with manufacturers or even screen printers in your area, and they can do stuff for you, send them design and stuff like that. So yeah, it definitely matters on how you wanna do your business. But yeah.
And even for now, I mean, as far as that promoting the financial part of it, it's just you doing everything, right? Like heat press, selling, promoting,
all
like
by myself.
everything.
Yeah. It's like I'll be making the designs, heat press it, sell it out, promote it,
and
package it.
to see, that's the part that blows me away because, like you said, I mean packaging, I mean all those things you do by yourself, and even then, for those of you that don't know, you also work with the basketball team, right?
Yeah. The media, I'm social media manager with the girls basketball team.
So I mean, handling that and in school, and then having to go through that whole process to even make shirts before even selling them and shipping them if you have to, whatever it may be.
Right.
How do you balance all that?
So we talked about this last time. I really do a lot of I just started doing this too because I was really bad at it last year. Note taking and having like a to-do list is like super important, I think. Because if you have a to-do list, I'm always gonna be able to check in and be like, okay, I need to do this. Like I didn't do this today, I need to do it. You know? Because before I was really good at I'd focus at one thing and like forget the other two. Like if I was doing my homework, I probably did not edit no videos for the girls, and I probably did not
do anything.
Do anything for my brand. You know, so I got better at doing a to-do list so I can get everything done. Like just keep myself on track. Because even if I don't get something done today, I remember tomorrow that I need to get it done. So yeah.
And then so as far as you. So it's kind of like a day-to-day thing, right? Like if you have time here after your homework, then you do shirts.
For sure.
And then if you have time, even, I mean, what's the latest you stir up? I mean, what was the latest you?
Especially when I was doing Heartbreaker stuff and I was packaging orders and stuff like that, I think one time I was up to like 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
Really?
Yeah, because like, especially since we're in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
And the post office had such weird hours, I knew I only had a certain amount of time to get all these packages into the post office to get shipped off. So I was like, man, I gotta get this done tonight because tomorrow I have a full schedule with class and stuff. I'm not gonna have time to
do all this.
So I was like, so I think that's a sacrifice you got to make, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is a big sacrifice you have sacrificed? I guess.
Time. Time. Like time because you like. This is like things your friends wanted you to do. Like, hey, let's come over here. I'm like, nah, I gotta sit down and do this because I already probably put it off for 2 days. So
it's only been too long since I did it. I gotta get on it.
Yeah. I've already been kind of behind the ball, so let me just like hurry
get
up.
back on it. Yeah.
So time. I think that's probably the biggest thing. Like if you're willing to do that and put your time into your craft, you'll get better at it. And if not, then it's
gonna come out the way you.
Exactly.
And so that kind of just shows too, as far as like quality is more important than the time. You take your time on the quality than you do rushing it.
Yeah, definitely. The time you put in, like you said earlier, the time you put on will dictate how it's going to come out. Like if you only spend 10 minutes on it, it's probably going to look like you spent 10 minutes on it. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's super important that you put your time. Like we're athletes, we're both athletes. If you don't go work out and work on your fundamentals and stuff like that in the game, you're probably going to look like you don't know your fundamentals. Probably going to look like you might should not be out there,
Yeah. Especially it's been a sports complex of their sports eye view of it. It's kind of like, you look like shit because the way you've been playing training, like you're not doing anything.
You didn't work out all week.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So yeah.
So as far as the prices as well, like cutting down on that, how do you price your shirts? Is it based on like how big the logo is? Is it just like if you have a back logo, just straight? That's one price.
I'm gonna say all of that and my time, because like you wanna at the end of the day you always kind of want to get your losses back, you know what I mean? So you have to look. You kind of have to look at how much it cost me to make the shirt, and how much time factored into that, and I kind of price it off that because I want to make sure I get a good return on it. Yeah. Because other than that, like we might as well get away for free. Like
literally, that's true. That's true.
If you're gonna undersell your own hard work, then you might as well just did it for free. So yeah.
And what have you partnered up with anybody yet? Has it just all still been just kind of you?
It's all been me. I have a lot of people that I want to. Okay. I want to reach out to. Like I have a lot of friends too that also like do clothes and stuff like that. But I want to grow myself first before I just start trying to like team up with other people. Kind of thing. Just because I want to grow my audience and my fan base and kind of like get people to like like OTR for OTR, like for what it is, and before I start being like, oh, I teamed up with this person, because then I think that has the ability, like, let's say you team with somebody who's bigger than you, they probably only came over because of the person that you brought, and not necessarily they don't even know who your brand is. So like after this little collab or whatever, they probably will never come back
to you again.
Yeah, versus you build your own thing up and build your own, you know that you have this to come back to. So yeah.
And just talk a little bit about that now, like OTR.
Yeah.
OTR. That's the name of your shirt company, right?
OTR, it stands for off the record.
Off the record.
Off the record apparel.
So where'd you get that? Like, where'd you get the name from? Where'd you get the logo from? Like, where'd you get all that from?
So that's actually so funny. Like I said, how patience and everything kind of changes over time. What OTR was when I first made it isn't like what it is now.
Okay.
So OTR or off the record, how I came with that, I was like, I remember again, like it was that same day with my I was in Humanity, right? I was like, man, I gotta make a name, bro. I gotta make a name.
Yeah.
So I was just in my notes, bro, just writing random stuff down, bro. Get Money Productions, you know? I was like,
about the whole record, bro. The whole record label, bro.
Like you just sitting there just making stuff up, bro. Like you just making
you're all freestyling basically on your little paper, bro.
Freestyle names, and I'm like, I just kept going. I was like, bro, all these suck. And I went another like hour, and I got off the record. I was like, bro, I actually like really like that. And I was like telling my friends about it. I just kept saying it over and over, and it stuck. And because I love the initials OTR. It sounds so I love.
Sounds
that.
tough.
Yeah, I just love it. So it kind of stuck. So that's kind of got OTR. And then the logo, the logo used to be a man with a record on his head.
Okay.
Like, yeah, and I was like, I think as like the time grew with it, I just kind of like liked it less and less. Cause I was like, I just liked it less and less. Cause what OTR stands for real is like, you know how you're doing a interview like that, and somebody might say something like off the record, and that's like probably like something really true.
Oh,
true to
okay.
themselves, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I was thinking was like off the record is like what's true to you, like something that the audience, like the public people may not know, but this is like a way this is you. So I kind of use my clothes as a way for people to like be able to show people like
their honest true self,
like their
honest
honest style and what they, you know what I'm saying. So that's kind of what I was going with that. But I was like, man, with the man with the record, I said it's probably like everyone thinks it's like music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like literally the whole first thing I heard about. I was like,
I changed the logo to something that was a little bit more mysterious, a little bit more like less music-y. So yeah, that's how kind of we got where we're at now.
And that's pretty cool because I always wondered about that too, or just about that because you had a nickname.
Yeah, OTR Vaughn.
OTR Vaughn. And for those of you like, of course, I mean, you guys won't know, right? But during the years I didn't know Vaughn, and when that the Valentine's heartbreak thing came out, what he did, of course, when I was walking around like. And we talked about this before, and just how proud you were to see everybody see your own thing, right?
Oh, yes.
So I just remember seeing it everywhere and just seeing the same logo every time, and I'm like, dude, what? Did I miss a trend? Did I miss a TikTok? Did I miss something I didn't see? What's going on? Because again, I thought it was like a, because I know how like the essential things came out too for like a minute, and everybody had a shirt. So I was like, what's going on? And that's all I heard was OTR, like that full OTR. I was like, who? I was like, Vaughn. I was like, okay, I'm getting names, but I'm not getting a face, bro. Point at him. Who is this guy? And like, when I found out it was you, I was like, damn, like that's pretty badass. And so I never knew, and that was just so cool that seeing all that, and I bet you felt like accomplished, right? Like you felt like hell, yeah, like that's mine.
And that's I think the other thing too about when you're doing something is that you're so in it. That I don't think I didn't see that until one day I went to go to I went to Yes Way at like 11 o'clock at night, and the cashier was like, I had my hoodie on, and cashier was like, man, is that a new trend? I was like, what you talking about? I'm looking at something. What you talking about? He's like, the hoodie. I seen like 4 or 5 people come in with that. I said, oh, for real? For real? In my head, I'm like, man, like only my friends and family know about this, but I didn't know how much it kind of had grew around campus for until like I took a step back and I was able to like see it from there. I was like, okay, and then and I was like super proud. I was like, I'm glad people enjoyed it. I'm glad it was cool. So yeah.
And is that, would you say, kind of like your proudest moment was kind of like when you had the biggest sell on that, I guess, or?
Yeah, I think that's my proudest moment just because that's the first design that I've made and I've actually released publicly. Like everyone had a chance to get it.
Okay.
Like, I've made stuff and like I've given it to my friends, or I've given it to like my family and stuff like that, like just to wear. But that was like the first thing I really put out and I promoted it. Like everyone, that's like when everyone found out I had a clothing brand that didn't know already, you know. Yeah. And like it received well. That's what I really cared about. Was like, oh, people like I could actually do this. Like that was like the step in the door of like, okay, you can. This isn't just a dream that you had.
Yeah, this is a start. Like this is my start off to go.
If you do it right, you could actually do this.
Yeah,
you could do this. Yeah. So.
And so what, with balancing, with school and you being, that entrepreneur and selling your stuff, what, what's kind of your next design that you hope to make? Like, do you hope to make, not like any specifically wise, because I know you had brought a shirt for us to see.
Yeah.
Which you guys will see at the end, but which I want to get them excited for that. But what are some major designs that you want to touch on next, right? Or if not a design, what are some major clothes you want to touch on next?
Okay, I like that. So, boom, as the season change, I want to like change with the season. Like it's getting colder, so
Okay.
I definitely want to come out with some hoodies next. I want to come out with sweatpants next. I want to come out.
Okay.
I really want to like dip my hand in everything at some point. You know what I mean? And I want to even go past like the regulars. I want to get like the flannels and stuff like that, and like button ups. I want to delve into everything.
Okay.
Just because like I think I have a taste for everything, and
Yeah.
like I said, everything I do is because I enjoy it. So I want to put stuff out that I want to put stuff out that I would wear. Like if I wouldn't wear it,
Then I won't do it.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just want to get a little bit more experimental as we grow, as OTR grows and the fan base grows. I want to get a little bit more experimental and try to get into everything.
And what are some things that, again, if people want to start their own shirt business, what is something that they should not do? Is there anything is there like a big nose you shouldn't get
that's
into?
The thing. It's so funny about like starting your own thing. It's like there's really no wrong path.
Okay.
There's really no wrong path. There's I would say there's is in patience. Make sure you're doing it for the right reason.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you have the right people around you. Just like people like we were talking earlier, like people to talk to you and you know what I mean.
Who's honest and give you honest criticism.
And then what's another thing I can say? I just think making sure whatever you're doing, you set up a system around it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because if you're just going in there and not really having a plan,
Then it just
I'm gonna try this just because it's probably not gonna pan out very well. Just because you haven't sat down and really thought about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, when I was rushing through, I came out problem after problem. I was like, oh, I can't do it this way. This isn't gonna work. Like when I found out vinyl wasn't gonna work for the stuff I did, it's because I tried to do something that was way too complicated, and I was like, oh, this is not gonna work. You know?
This is not gonna be.
Yeah, but then it sucks because you realize I've been trying to do this for the last month, so I'm like, oh, I just wasted a month of me.
Just doing everything.
Doing this fine, it didn't work.
Oh
but
my days!
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think it's making sure you set up a system is probably the most important thing you can do when trying to start a brand or start anything entrepreneur wise. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And kind of walk me through the steps of how do you sell your shirts, right? So you grab a shirt from what do you even buy your shirts at?
Man, I got a person out in California that I talked to. I'm gonna gatekeep. I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna gatekeep. But I got a person out in California who since I love their product. They're cause I like thick material. I like thick material shirts and stuff like that. I think it just feels good, you know.
Yeah.
So I go to them for shirts right now. Then I'll probably design something on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I sent it out to this in Ninja Transfers. I use Ninja Transfers, and they'll send me something back, and I can press it and see how it looks.
Okay.
Just as a sample, something for me just to
just to see
how it looks. Yeah, and then I'll take that and give it to a manufacturer to probably mass produce.
Okay.
Yeah, I used like I said, when I did Heartbreaker, I heat pressed all those myself. I ordered. I remember going to the mailroom. I ordered 100, 200 transfers, and it was it was a huge box, bro.
Oh,
yeah,
my
I had to carry it to my
days,
dorm room, bro. It's mad heavy. Yeah, it's a huge box of transfers. So I did it all myself, and I kind of just realized I didn't want to do that as much.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing big shit orders 100, 200, 300, is to do it all yourself takes a lot. It takes a lot of time. Especially like you said, especially I'm helping the girls and school and stuff like that. I'd rather just I'd rather put more of my time of the business into me promoting and trying to get more sales than me hand pressing it myself.
Yeah.
And because I love heat press, and I think again, you're trying to start use heat press because it's the cheapest way to get into it and see something. But there's definitely better ways. to get better. What's the word I'm looking for?
More productive ways.
More so productive for sure, because again, when you get it back, it's all done. Everything's already done. But the quality, that's what I'm saying. You'll get better quality. I think screen print is better quality than heat press, personally. So I like screen prints. That's why I got a dude out in Wichita that I take my stuff to, and he'll screen print it and send it back to me. So yeah.
Okay, and then so after that, you just kind of.
And after that, once I get the product, I probably will start do photo shoots, do different TikTok ideas, do different post promotion ideas.
Yeah.
With the clothes. Usually my sample that I made myself is what I do it because I usually probably don't have the clothes on me yet.
Yeah.
Because the guy in Wichita is probably doing something with it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I promote, and then whatever day I pick, and then that day I drop. Yeah, that's usually how it works.
And what are your future plans now as far as promoting? What are some different ways you want to try to promote differently?
Man, I want to get more into. So right now, like, still promoting on my own pages and stuff because you want to grow your page. Like, that's how people see your stuff is through your pages. And stuff. But I think there's also better ways, like reaching out to influencers, especially like in today's world where there's like a lot of influencers.
Yeah.
Like, at all different levels. Like, you have influencers that have 10 million followers. You have influencers that have 2,000 followers. But, you know, like, reaching out to them and kind of having that way they can promote for me and they'll reach an audience that I won't have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially in the sports, like, industry style.
Sports, fashion, because, like, you know, there's a lot of fashion people, a lot of fashion influencers now.
Yeah.
And that have audiences that love fashion. So if I can get them my stuff and they'll style it a certain way and then their audience is like, oh, that was super dope. I need that piece. Where'd you get it from?
Then they keep going and go back to you.
Then they'll go back to me and then they'll see all my content and they'll get to know me and then like, oh, cool, I like this guy. And that's how I think that's kind of how that works, you know? So yeah, I think it's kind of like my plan in the future, start reaching out to more people. Because I can only reach so many people.
Yeah, and that's that's the thing that's kind of tough as far as you doing anything by yourself. It's like try to promote as much as you can, but having the time to. Because like you say, you're just. I know you're in season 2 with basketball, so it's like traveling. And if you don't travel, it's like, well, I got to post and keep the game updated, right? I have to post a halftime score, I have to post a quarter score,
right.
So it's. I bet that's a lot. Because especially basketball is way more different compared to soccer. 100% as far as the stats, and I mean, that's. Yeah,
and it's fun. It's so funny. Like I literally did that to help me with my OTR stuff.
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't like post on social media. Like if you go on my actual Instagram, I probably have not posted since like the summertime.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like all my OTR stuff and my TikTok stuff, I post like pretty regularly. But like, I used to hate posting myself.
It's so hard. Dude.
I just hate posting myself. Like you know how it is. Like we're self-criticizers. Like I look at myself, I'm like, man, trash. I ain't posting that.
That's bad, bro.
But like going through being with the girls and having to make posts and having to do graphics and having to do video and stuff like that, I learned so many skills and just the confidence of like, well, you made it, you took time to do it, you might as well post it kind of thing.
Like be proud of it, let them know.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of stuff I just didn't know how to. I didn't know how to really like work Instagram like that from an analytical side of like look at the views and all that type of stuff. But with the girl stuff, I'm able to post their stuff and look at their stuff and like, okay, cool. They love when I do posts like this. Like this guy almost 200 likes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You see the trends, you see what's working.
We don't have that many followers, so if they love that. So like I think it taught me how to like. Again, like you said, do your research and the stuff that you're doing. And like, okay, cool. If you do more of this, you'll probably have a better outcome. So
outcome, more, just everything in it. Dang, that's pretty cool. I mean, again, I was so happy I was just so like jealous when I seen that whole Heartbreak thing dropped, and I was like, damn, that actually looks nice. And I swear, bro, I was like, who the fuck, like who, where? It's crazy that I didn't even know who you were until. I mean, it's crazy that we didn't even talk until.
No, we didn't talk. Like, even in RA training, like I think I might have said a couple words to you, but that was about it, though. That was about it.
Literally, last year you said a little bit, but nothing crazy. But that was when, I mean, because your first year you were here, that was my first year when I got here. Because you got here in 2022, right? Yeah. So that was the first year I got here. But so as far as advice, right?
Okay.
What is something that they need to hear, right? It's something that like the person would have come to you right now. It's like, hey, look, I want to start my shirt company. I want to start designing.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you to start. Just start. Just do it. Like I think I spent a lot of time like saying I wanted to do something and like trying to like do all. You know, sometimes you gotta start. Sometimes you gotta start somewhere. Like when I dropped, like I said, when I dropped Heartbreakers, that was because I had the brand already for like a year and a half, and I was like, man, I just need to put something out. I just want to put something out just to see how it does, to see like what I can learn from it. You know, if it doesn't do well, then okay, cool. What do we learn from it? If it does well, cool. Then we know like we're in the right direction, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because you gotta start somewhere to see where you are. Like especially if you've never done design before, go get some free design software and just start doing stuff.
Yeah.
And then you just gotta get better like that. Like again, just like sports, like. The first time you played soccer, you probably was not good. That ball probably did not go where you wanted to. But you
want to not go straight, bro. I want to not go straight, bro.
But you keep doing it every day, and then like you get better at it, and like it's a craft like anything else. You gotta keep trying to perfect it. Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that's like kind of a struggle. I not like a struggle, but I think that's something that
consistency is a struggle.
Yeah.
Yes. Like that's like part of the hardest thing for me too. Like I'll probably do something for like when I first started, I probably was doing something for like a week, 2 weeks. And then I would take a break, and I would not go back in that garage for like a week. And then you're like, dang, I have not touched this in a week. Yeah. I get back to it. So yeah, finding consistency is probably like the biggest thing I could tell you as an entrepreneur in general. Just because like think about like your audience and your fan base.
Yeah.
If let's say you put out a podcast and that was the best quality, and the next one you put out is trash, they'd be like, what happened?
Yeah.
We went from something being A+ to C.
Yeah, bro,
and that's just like that doesn't as an audience member. I'm like, oh, he's inconsistent. I don't know if I can trust him. I don't know if I can trust him.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
Especially again with clothes or anything that anything that your audience has to put money into to receive. You want them to be able to trust that it's gonna be a certain type of way when they get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I'm promoting that my quality is A+. You know what I mean? I got the finest threads, and then they get in like, oh, bro, this is a Walmart tee. This is like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
they want the expectation to meet the reality.
Yeah, exactly. Especially because like you're taking somebody's money.
Yeah.
And, you know, so like, how would you feel if you got something that wasn't as good? So yeah, I think consistency is like the biggest thing.
And I think that's really good advice. Like as far as that, like just start.
Yeah.
Start, because I think that's what holds a lot of people back. I know that's what hold. I mean, I think we can relate to that to hold us back for a minute. Just
for sure.
starting. Just starting. So
it's a lot of things. You like I said, talking the last time, like fear of like you don't know how it's gonna be and stuff like that. At the end of the day, you can't worry about that.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
Yeah, that's actually is the fun part. And whoever's opinion you're worried about, don't worry, they're not gonna pay your bills. So
yeah, they're not gonna affect you, bro.
Like, they're not gonna affect you. So you might as well start. Whether you start or not, they're gonna go to work the same way they was going to work before. So you might as well.
Yeah, literally.
You might as well keep doing it. Yeah.
And like you said, especially those who hate on you that are working somewhere that.
Yeah,
not like that, you know what I mean? Because the job's a job, no matter what it is, no matter what it is. But at the end of the day, it's like the way you treat others, the way you're trying to be. Like if someone's coming to you with this stuff and wants your opinion, don't down it when you know that you're going through it too. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like basically, you can't let somebody who hasn't started something stop you from being scared to start something.
Yeah.
Because the thing you're starting could be the next big thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because they're not going to do it, don't let them stop you from wanting to.
Don't let them indicate your success or like let them. Yeah.
Exactly.
And so, you know, as we're getting to close to this, as we're kind of getting done with this podcast, what is the best way to support you? What's the best way to, get your products? What's the best way to show you love and all this stuff?
So I think the best way to support me is to follow me on social media. My Instagram, my business Instagram is otr.apparel, and I spelled apparel APPRL. He'll probably put it in the screen or in the bio or something like that. Follow my TikTok because I on there I give a lot of updates on the stuff I'm doing and when stuff's coming out and how to get to the store and all that stuff. The link will be in the store. I mean, on my bio and all that stuff. So, yeah, it's super important. And I have a lot of promotions coming up. Like I said, Black Friday's coming up. If you thought Walmart and Amazon only with deals, no, tap in with OTR. OTR got a lot of deals for y'all. We're going to get something right. So, yeah.
And, guys, like you said, I will drop everything down in the description below. And if you want to follow more, if you want to look at more, I definitely will be posting more stuff on my end, on my social media. If you follow me on Instagram, there'll be a lot more on there. But before we go, Vaughn, can we see?
Oh, y'all
can we see the next big thing? I got you. I can hold your mic. Damn.
Our grill shirt right here.
Here, I'll switch you. You can talk about it and I'll hold on for you.
Go ahead.
So, Vaughn, tell me what this is right here.
Man, this is the OTR grill shirt. It's going to be like, I guess, the official debut of OTR, you know? Heartbreakers was like the little pre-order. This is the real official drop. We're going to do a lot of these. We got the little patch in the corner with the logo on it. I told you I changed it. This is the new logo I was talking about. And then boom, we got the back, keep fashion weird. It's like the slogan of OTR. And it's just like, again, like I was saying earlier, like be you. Like don't just try to form and do what everyone else is doing. Keep fashion weird, do your thing. So yeah, that's the drop right here, y'all. Dropping soon. I can actually tell y'all now. Dropping November 29th on Black Friday. So yeah, make sure y'all there. Make sure y'all there.
Well, this is actually nice. I like the green in the part. The green and the yellow looks nice.
It pops. That's why I was like, I need something to pop. Because I like yellow, I like green. I need something to pop, yeah.
I like the logo, bro. I like the logo.
Yeah.
I get what you mean now. Yeah, in the beginning of it, when you put
saying,
that disc record on there,
this is
kind of
like
a
I
rap.
could throw this on everything. Like yeah.
So, all right, guys. Again, look back on it, right? I'm going to drop everything down in the descriptions. As you see below in the beginning of the video, I did mention his Instagram and everything else for you guys to go ahead and follow. Like, just buy something from there. If there is a promo code out, I'll make sure to post it on mine. And I'm pretty sure he will post it on his for the deals coming up, especially for Black Friday, Thanksgiving, whatever it may be. Might be a nice gift to get to get somebody for Christmas.
To get somebody for Christmas or get yourself. Like, yeah, don't ever forget yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Never. But before we go on, you have to sign out.
Oh, yeah.
Right, able to close our podcast. This is something we're going to do at the end of my podcast is that we're going to make our guests always sign out on our flag in a way they want. As the videos go on, we'll definitely get different colors on there to represent different people. But as far as Vaughn, it's going to be the first one to sign on the flag.
Yeah.
We'll make sure to get it on there to kind of end it. And after we're done on there, I'll get on my phone, I'll post it, I'll send it to you. But Vaughn, any last words? Any last sayings?
Man, this was dope. This was a dope experience. I hope y'all continue to follow his podcast journey and follow the page and all that stuff because it's dope. So, yeah.
Thank you, Vaughn, for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Again, subscribe to my channel for more entrepreneurship advice, more talks. And, yeah, see you guys later. Vaughn, sign us out, man. Sign us out.